I'm Jody. Welcome back to The Speed of Life. I'm excited to be here today because you know what? We got a request, and the request is ankle bracelets. So we're going to look at some past boxes just this last month, and we're going to find some things in there that we are going to make some ankle bracelets. And we'll try to pull in some different materials and do some different things, you know, easy, maybe not as easy. I don't know. We'll just try to do some different things. So I think we're going to make 4. And I think 4 is a good number. And yeah, come and join me at the mat. Okay, my friends, so I measured my ankle. My ankle is 9 inches, well, just under 9 inches around. So if I were to make like a 9-inch ankle bracelet and maybe also attach a little chunk of extender chain, then it would fit. Or if I wanted to give it to somebody else, it could fit their ankle as well. So that's what we're doing today. And I really wanted to dig back into some of the boxes that we have here. And I thought we would start out with the bargain bead box one for May. And this was May flowers. So let's take a look at this and see what we have for possibilities for a cute ankle bracelet. So we have, and now when I think of ankle bracelet, I tend to think of something that's a little more dainty. So we're probably going to want to pull some smaller beads in, maybe with a cute charm in the center or something like that. So of course we have these adorable charms. I always thought these charms were really, really cute. And I originally was going to use these in like an earring, but you know, the more I look at it, I'm like, this just makes such an adorable little charm. So we can definitely do that. I'm also looking at probably doing something with the light pink. So we'll pull in that rose quartz because I haven't really used any of the rose quartz yet. So let's do that. I was also thinking of like having one of these cute little things like just sideways on our ankle bracelet. I thought that would be really, really cute. And so like kind of build it like this. And maybe, you know, do like a pale pink here. And maybe we bring in the little green bicones as well. And just do like a couple like little cutesy flowers. We could do a few of them. This would be actually really, really adorable. So if we maybe did like this. So like that. And then just did that like all the way around, I think that would be really cute. So this would be more of like a chunkier one, but this definitely has some options. And let's pull this chain out because if we use any gold anywhere else, we can use some of this for our little, extender chain. Hold on one sec. Okay, I just wanted to fix my camera. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and put what we're thinking for each one in its own little palette here. Since we're making 4, that'll be perfect. I'll put any findings that I think we'll use in the middle. So let's just dig out all these cute little tulips. I think this would make a really cute, fun little ankle bracelet. And it's not anything that you would normally see, right? It's not like, oh, well, you know, I need a chunky ankle bracelet. So it's definitely not something that you would normally see. So I think it'll make it really different, really cute, and just really, really fun. So let's pull that out. And I think that should be good. If we need more, we can always grab a little bit more. And this is really all I have left from my bargain bead box for May. So there's not much. And you can see that I cleared out like my favorite pieces in here. And I have still a few really of my favorites like left over, but I'm sure we'll end up doing something really fun with it later. All right, so I'm gonna set that one aside. And then I was also thinking about, I didn't pull my most current Potomac beads. I could, but I kind of want to use the one that is Stormy Shores. So we have a floral themed one right now, right? Let's do one that's going to be more beachy themed. So let's open this up. And now for this one, I was looking at, I love this mixed agate gemstones. I thought these were really, really pretty. So I think we would do something with those. We definitely have to have a little seashell hanging from it. And then we definitely need to have a cute little fishy, little goldfish hanging from it. So that's going to be adorable together. So there's our other one. Still so many pretty beads in here. So many. All right, then we have Sam's bead box for May. And this one I thought, you know what, we're going to play with some purple. So we have these gorgeous purple that have the bronze coating on the sides, little table cut beads. So we're going to pull those out. Let me get this over here so you can see a little bit better. Let's pull all the little purple ones out. I still have quite a bit left in here too. I mean, I could do so much more. And this one has more of like the copper colors in it, so I'm going to try to grab something with that color scheme. We only have one of these little guys left, so we're going to put him on like some kind of little dangle. So we have that. And then I think this would be a really great piece for like a little center. And also, let me think. I think if we're gonna go purple, you guys, we're gonna go all in. Let's just do it. Let's do up the purple, right? So I want to bring in, well, let's do some of these little baby amethyst beads. We have a ton of these, and these are so pretty. So let's bring those in. And yes, you guys heard me right. I'm purposely doing a purple anklet. Purposely. You heard me correct. And there we go. Goodness gracious, there's a lot of these little baby ones in here, but I want to get them all just in case we need them all. So I'm grabbing every single last one. I'm not using my little scooper. All right, put that back in there. And then I thought, you know what else we just got too recently was our Jesse James Bead Magical Mystery Bead Box for May. So let's look at that one and see what we have in here. Okay, I have not transferred this over to anything. Oh, okay. Well, so first of all, I see this chain. This would pretty much complete a really fun ankle bracelet. All right, so that's going to be like probably our easiest one. Oh, and you know what, you guys? Oh, we have, look at how sweet that would be. I think that would be just perfect. Oh my goodness, is that going to be cute? All right, so I kind of feel bad because I'm using 1/2 of like my cherries, but I think that's going to be just so sweet. You know what? Maybe we could even use one of these and do like a portion of this chain. How can this be? Can that be cut okay? And do it connecting that. No, I think this is good. I think just having this, oh no, you know what? I want to put that on. We're going to put that on, you guys. I've made a decision. We're going to do it. So this is what we have. Let me close this up. And we have a spring floral. We have a luxurious, relaxing spa day purple. We have this fun and flirty red and white cherry. It's like cherry buttercream is what it is. And then we have our simple little meet me at the beach, beachy themed one. Now I'm going to go grab some different stringy materials. Let's just go grab some stuff and let's see what we can come up with. And I mean, this one's already pretty much one and done. We'll do this one first and just do it. But we do need some stringy material for this one, and for this one, and I will be right back. Okay, friends, let me show you what I've gathered up. So I did find some clasps and stuff, and we're going to do one on Coriana chain. So I matched up some clasps with what I thought I would want for each one. I brought some other findings over because I thought you never know what we're going to need. Some jump rings and such. And then I also brought over, I have this knotting cord. We're not going to do any knotting because I'm not good at it and I haven't practiced. But I want to use this to string the tulips on because I think it's going to be okay. And I just like the way it looks. It's kind of that natural look. And we might even leave like a little fringe because maybe we'll tie a knot on the clasp and everything. But I think I might leave like a little, like a couple of things hanging down, and then we can do a couple of charms or something. I brought over Soft Flex in dark blue lapis, and I brought over purple amethyst in Soft Flex medium as well. Both of these are like a 49 strand bead-alon, and they are 0.09 inches in diameter, or 0.48 millimeter. And this, of course, is 0.8 millimeters. So this should fit through most beads. Okay, so we have that. All right, so I think that we should start with our easiest first. Now, remember I told you my ankle is 9 inches. So that being said, I'm going to want to do some kind of extender chain or something like that on these pieces. So we're going to use the buttercream chain. This is so cute. Oh, and look, this already had a clasp on it. Because, I mean, honestly, really, you could just throw it on. It's such a cute necklace. But we're going to dismantle it. And I kind of feel guilty about it. But I just think this would be such a cute little anklet. I think it would be adorable. So what we're going to do now, we know that, like I said, it's 9 inches around. So I'm probably shooting for more like a 9-inch full bracelet with just like an extra, like, you know, little bit, just in case, you know, I need to have it a little bit bigger. Grab my other pliers here. So let's just undo the side here. See if I can find the opening to my little jump ring here. There it is. All right, there we go. Let's just close that back up. And now, knowing that I'm going to need about 9 inches of length, we also want to understand that this is going to take up some room as well. So I'm going to put this right here, and we're going to grab my tape measure. And let's see if we can figure out about 9 inches. And we're going to have a clasp too. So let's do about 8.5 inches here. So this is going to break my heart, but we're going to come in and we're just going to clip one of these tiny little rings here. Probably not the side I intend on using, because I'm going to want to put like a little jump ring on there. You know what, let's just give ourselves a couple extra, because if I want to use, maybe I'll use this for an extender. Whatever I have left over. All right. Should be good. You unhook that. Did I not cut it? I know I heard it cut. I see the cut. Let me get it from the other side too. There we go. Now we got it. So we can put that one aside. All right. So now the other tough part of this is I would like my little connector to be in the middle of my bracelet, my ankle bracelet. So let's find our middle. Our approximate middle, let's see. Maybe we'd be better off counting. Okay, if this skipped a second or two, I do apologize. Yeah, my phone decided that it just wanted to stop. So I went back and reviewed what I already had, and I think that we didn't miss anything at all. So, because I've been looking up here and there just to make sure. I'm just gonna grab a couple extra jump rings because you just never know if we're gonna need them or not. All right, so I have the first 18 sections here. So we're gonna take one of these little guys. We're gonna open her up. And we're gonna find our little loop, which is right there. So you'll need some small jump rings. If you have this, you'll need some tiny jump rings. And we're gonna attach our cute little red gem connector. Just like that. Oh, and that's cute already, you guys. Look how cute that is. All right, so now over here on this side, we want to see, so this side is usable for sure, but I'm gonna wanna change out this jump ring for something smaller. And this side, let me see. I think I would just have to cut one off. Yeah, but I want to save that to the end because if I have to cut more than one off, then I'll do it all at once. And yes, I will try these on my ankle for you guys, but please do not judge. My toenails have not been painted. I need a really good, I need a really good pedicure right now. So do not judge the flipped-flopped feet or the condition of my dirty floor because it's my craft room and it's seen some things, guys. It's really seen some things. Okay, so let me put this in here. Sweeping and mopping my room is on the list of things to do. I'm gonna scoot this up. I think this is causing some focusing issues here, so I'm just gonna move him off to the side. We don't really need to see all that right now. All right, let's go ahead and close this up. Let's make sure it's closed all the way because you're dealing with a really tiny little loop on that one side, and the last thing you want is for this to fall off your ankle or somebody else's. So there, that's cute. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, so we know for sure we're gonna be able to take one off, but I also want to make sure now that this will fit just around my ankle. So I'm just going to test it out real quick. Oh yeah, more than enough room. So I definitely can take this one little side off. So we're just going to snip right close to this one. And like I said, don't worry, we will use these little beads, maybe even in this little design. There we go. All right. Okay, so now let's go ahead and attach our clasp. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't like my ankle bracelets super tight anyway. As you walk and move, your ankle does like flex. So you don't want to have it so tight that you're going to bust something, you know. You want it to kind of hang a little bit, you know. So we're going to test this out real quick. And I'm going to see if I need to do anything more with it or if we're good to go. And I don't know if my big one will fit here. Oh, we can always give it a try. If not, we can take the big one off and use this medium one because we know that one will. As a matter of fact, you know what? Let's just do this one because we don't need that giant one anyway, right? So let's just put the one they gave us back on. It's a nice, sturdy, strong, good jump ring, so I'm not worried about using it over. And again, we're just going to make sure that's close all the way. Let me just give it a little test run real quick. And if it seems like a little bit too big, And we can make adjustments, but I don't think no, it's honestly going to be perfect. And I'm not even going to put an extender on it, you guys, because I like the way it sits. All right, so I'm going to take it back off. We're going to hang our cute little charm from it. And this one is not getting an extender. All right, so let's open up its jump ring here. And we're just going to put this cute little cherry right here. We're going to hook it to our little connector. Yeah, this one is super cute and so easy. Whoop. All right. Oh my goodness. Look at how cute it is with that little cherry, you guys. Oh my gosh, is that ever cute? Okay, so here is our first ankle bracelet for the summer. Really, really cute. I can see this with a really cute sundress. And it would just be adorable to have this like little cha-cha chain around your ankle. All right, guys, I'm going to clean this up and we're going to get ready for the next one. All right, guys, so I decided, because I did some miscalculating with how much stringy material I brought out here. I brought out more than what I needed. We're going to do a fifth one. And I'm thinking about it while we're going to do the other four. So bonus for you guys, I pulled too many stringing products and I'm not about to put it back because I really want to make, we're going to make 5. So let's do this purple next. And I know I'm going to have to grab more, but the box is right here on top. So let's just kind of pull this out and let's see everything that we have here for it. And I'm going to pull this chain out too, because we're going to want probably, I'm thinking we might want a little connector chain. So, and it's just some Rollo chain. I believe this came from Beadbox Bargains. So that's what that is. And then we do have our purple soft flex. I'm going to measure out 11 inches, and that should give us enough for crimping and such. I'm always losing my tape measure and I fell on the floor. Okay, so let's cut off 11 inches of this. Let's make it 12 just to be on the safe side, because you know, sometimes when I don't give myself enough room, I'm like, I should have just made it 1 more inch and not even worried about it. All right, so that's what we're going to do. Let's put this back away. Whoop. So if you don't have all the same beads as I have, that's okay. I'm just giving you some different ideas of things that you could put together, different things that you could use to string with. I am just giving you some ideas. I do have some Coriana chain, however, on my Etsy channel, or not Etsy channel, Etsy shop if you're looking for it. I just added antique bronze and gunmetal, but they're priced a little bit differently. They were a little more expensive, so I had to price them by foot, and they are a little more costly. But I have a good deal on the gold and silver, so all 4 of those on my Etsy shop, and I will make sure that I link that in the show description as well. And I'm also going to link the my affiliate for each one of these bead boxes, so that if you were wanting to join the club, you absolutely can. All right, so let's put our, this I believe is going to be like our little focal. Very, very pretty. And let's just start stringing, because I think, you know, maybe we might want, maybe we'll want more copper in here too. So let me just bring out a few of these little copper cube spacers just to give us a few extra amongst the purple. Should bring my scoop out, but I don't have it. And the last time I used my, well, the one time I used my scoop, somebody complained about it. So there we go. Okay. Alrighty, so let's do one of these little copper cubes on the side. Let's go ahead and string a couple of the, or one of these amethyst, and then maybe another copper cube. And then let's go right in with these table cut beads because these are really, really pretty. And then I think in between those, let's maybe just do a amethyst. We have 4 for each side. This little guy is going to just be a dangle. These little baby gemstones, man, I tell you, I love little baby gemstones, but man, they do not give you a hole that you can see. There we go. Goodness, that was rough. All right, and there's the third one. And the fourth one. Let's do the other side. And I may need to grab more of the little copper ones, but just fine. I can do that. We need one of these. I pretty much empty out fire polish like almost immediately. That must be one of my favorite things. It's like, oh, you have fire polish? Oh, I'm going to use all of it. Whoop. Oh, don't come. You don't run away, little amethyst. I saved them. You want to be here with your friends. There we go. And our last purple table cut. All right, and I know this is nowhere near 9 inches, so we're definitely going to need more beads. Let's take a look, because I know I miscalculated like how many beads I'm using. So maybe we could use even some of these like around the back, along with a few more of our little cubes there. And then that should give us some more like space. All right, so let's do a cube, an amethyst, one of these. Y'all, there's a whole lot of purple up in here. Yes, there is. That looks really nice together. I'm glad I did it that way. Okay. All right, so now let's do another amethyst and a cube and one of these. Amethyst and a cube. Oh, I may bring this one over to my mother-in-law because purple is one of her favorite colors. And then in between our little cubes, let's go ahead and do one more little amethyst. And now we'll do a cube, an amethyst, one of these, another amethyst, and another cube. So this one I'm definitely am putting an extender chain on since I'm planning on giving it to my mother-in-law. And that way I know for sure that she'll be able to wear it either way, whether she uses the extender chain or not. So just want to make sure that she can use it. She's always so happy when I surprise her with something that I've made. I made her a bracelet the one day, and she was already down in South Carolina in their condo, and I didn't say anything at all to her. I just put it in the mail and I mailed it to her, And I just wrote her a quick little note. You guys, she acted as if I gave her the world. Sometimes it's just the tiniest little thing that you could do for somebody that really makes a difference. I'm going to put this on my ankle. Well, no, you know what? Let's just measure it, because I'm going to be putting an extender chain. I don't need to be perfectly around my ankle. As long as it's like 9 inches to start with, I guess. Well, okay, so we have 7.5, almost 7 3/4. So we still have a little bit to go. I'm going to grab a couple more of these and a couple more of the little copper cubes, just so we can do one of each on each side. So we're going to need 4 cubes, and we're going to need 2 of these. You know what? Maybe we'll throw one of these on as like a little dangle too, a little surprise blue. That'll be pretty. All right. And I'm going to measure this when we're done with this side and this other side, just to make sure I didn't go way over. Because if I went way over, well then that's just, it will be no good, because we need to have it probably right at 9 inches. And then the extender chain would add additional length if needed. I know my mother-in-law's ankle is just probably slightly bigger than mine. Not by much, but just slightly. I've made her ankle bracelets before, and I do believe she might have been around a 10-inch ankle. So I just want to make sure she's going to be able to wear it. And here we go. All right, let's measure this. And like I said, I don't want it to be too big either. When you're looking at these, you're like, oh my gosh, that's so long. Okay, yeah, that's added way more than what we needed. All right, so we're going to just take some off. We're going to take off here and here. And it's even on both sides. So this is actually where we want to be, right here, guys. So it's just a little under 9. Well, that doesn't seem right. You know, let's put on the cube on both ends. And this is where you're going to play with the size, right? Like, you know, this bead is too big. This bead is too small. What do I do? All right. Now let's do it. Okay. That's going to be close enough, because we have the clasp, we have the extender chain. This is going to be perfect. And look, I still have a few of my amethyst left and a couple of those left. All right, so let's go ahead and get this started. I am going to find this little guy here. All right, and we need some crimps. And we're gonna grab just a couple copper crimps out. Just need 2. I'm gonna put 1 crimp on. Put our clasp on. Make our little loop. Bring it up. Whoop, too little. Too little. That would have been too little. All right, so there we go. All right, and now I'm going to use the magical crimpers to try to make this crimp very, very nice. All right, there's our crimp, and that turned out good. I'm going to tug on it, make sure we're good. And that should fit through both of those little cubes, and it does. It's the perfect ender for that. All right. So I had adventures in dog sitting yesterday and this morning. I watched my mom's little poochie poos for her, Charlie and Molly, and they were so good. They were good. But I had to sleep downstairs with them because, oh, you know what? I am missing. I have 2 on this side. 1, 2. Okay, so something was not right. All right, so let me just double check my ends here. That's better. Okay, that's fine. All right, even if I wouldn't have caught it, it would have been fine. And my husband's getting ready to take it back to my mom's house soon. I told him, I said, I haven't had time to do any jewelry videos or anything this weekend, really. So, and he's like, well, I'll let you have some space and some time. So they're smaller dogs and they need just a little bit more attention and care. If you tend to ignore them, they're going to try to potty in the house. So I've been taking them out extra just so they don't have any accidents. And you know what? They didn't have one. Well, they had a little accident when they came over, but that's just out of excitement. You know, somebody, you know, pees a little bit, you know, it's going to happen. I wish that everybody was excited enough to pee when they saw me, but that's not the case. So, it would actually make things really awkward, huh? All right, so let's go ahead and crimp this. All right, there's our one, and then turn it sideways. And now we're just gonna kind of go around it. Just try to make it into a nice little ball. And we got a nice little ball out of it, and I'm gonna test it just to make sure we're good. Let's trim this off. There, that looks good. Okay, this is cute, but we're not done yet, right? We still have a little dangle to do. So let's go ahead and put on some extender chain. Now, like I said, we don't need too much. I think that, I like to think that if you're gonna put extender chain on, you really probably only need about 1 inch, right? Unless you're wanting to have a necklace be convertible to go from a really, really long necklace to a really short necklace or vice versa, then you might wanna do something a little bit bigger. But for size, I would say 1 inch, 1.5 inches should be plenty. All right, there we go. And now we're gonna probably hang like our little dangle off to the side here. And I'm thinking I just wanna join these together. So actually we're gonna hang one off the bottom here, and we'll do this little guy like right over here. Let me grab a couple head pins. Okay, 1 and 2. And our round nose pliers are close by. I saw them. There they are. All right. So we're going to put this at the bottom of our extender chain. Oh, I don't want to close it yet. I want to slip that on here. Almost caught myself. Getting ready to close it up. All right, so now that that's on the bottom of our extender, now we can go ahead and close this up. Oh my goodness, come on. There we go. Cute. It's gonna be cute. All right, and then we can hang that right from our jump ring. And then, like I said, I wanted to put this little guy like somewhere right in here. Like that's a good spot. And now you notice there's a gap, you guys, but I do that because we do have some chunkier beads and it's going to make a little bit of a difference. But that's why we're gonna put it right here too. Do I have, yeah, I have too much of that strand right there. I don't like that, it's bothering me. There we go. All right. And now we're gonna put this little guy on, and just to add like a little bit of a blue to it, just to give it something different. I think that'll be really cute. So our first one was from Jesse James Bead Sweets Shop. And then our second one is from Sam's Bead Shop Spa Day. And there we go. Can trim that little thing off right there. There we go. I had a hard time getting in there for a second. Make sure there's nothing pokey here. There we go. Perfect. Okay, this one is really, really cute, and I love it with the purple stringing wire. You can see just a little peek of it at the end there. Very, very pretty. Oh, I like the way that turned out. Okay, and yes, it's purple, guys. Can you believe it? Jody's coming up, guys. She's getting used to purple. She's even starting to like purple a little bit. Shh, don't say anything. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get it cleaned up and we'll get ready for the next one. Okay, next one I have this one. And I'm thinking that I would like to do this one on the Coriana chain. We're gonna test the beads though to make sure they fit on the Coriana chain. If not, then we're gonna do this. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off. And this one's gonna be pretty simple. It's basically just stringing, 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 and stringing. And what I have here, because we do things a little bit different with crayon chain, there's a little bit different way to finish them off on the end. So we will end up being able to cut some of this off. So let's see, I have, this is one of my little scrap pieces. I know it's not little, but this is 13 inches. So that's going to be more than enough. And I'll probably even have like a little piece that I can save to add into like an earring or something. Or maybe that can even be part of our little fish dangle. We'll see. All right. So we do have a couple things. I have these little crimp clamshells. They're like, well, they're clamshells. Yeah. And I have my clasp, a couple jump rings. I have a couple crimp tubes. The crimp tubes I'm using are from Bead. And I also have here some gold chain so we can make a little, yeah, you know, extender. All right, so let's just test this real quick to make sure these little guys fit on here. Because sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Oh yeah, that's not gonna be a problem. All right, guys. Might get stuck in some spots, but you can just kind of slide it. I'm just going to start stringing all these on. And I'm just putting them on however they fall. They're beautiful little gemstones, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, now some of them may not fit, so I'm going to just, the ones that aren't fitting, let me just trim this little off, because sometimes there's like a little snaggle. Let's try it again. Oh, see, it was just a little snaggle. And don't force it, but you know, you can like just encourage it, but if it gets stuck, then just pull it off. I think that was going to be a good one too, guys, and I lost it. And with this kind of chain, we don't even care if it's beaded all the way down, right? I mean, it's a gold chain. It's going to be pretty no matter what. But I do have more beads from this collection that if I need to add to it, just to add a little bit of oomph, I can definitely do that. Looks like it's a problem right around in here. And I wonder if I got it past that. Let's try it on this side. Sometimes there might just be a teeny tiny little kink in the chain, not noticeable to us, but noticeable to that little bead. So sometimes you just need to encourage it. Don't break your bead by any means, but if it just needs a little nudge like that one did, it's just a little bit, it's fine. See, look at how pretty that's going to look on this chain. And let's just keep on going. It's really a shame. I really like these little beads on here. You know what? Let's go ahead and change our mind on this one. We're going to save this Coriana chain for another one because we are going to be doing that 5th one. So we're just going to save that, and we will use this stringing wire. Okay, so I'm going to cut like the 11 to 12 inches like before. I just don't want to break any of my beads. We have beads that will fit over that just fine. So I'm going to cut this at 12. So the Coriana chain that I have is like anywhere between 0.5 and 0.8, and that's usually fine for most beads. But these teeny tiny little gemstones, they have a real hard time with that. So and even like the hand cut in India ones might be really too tiny. Some freshwater pearls might be way too tiny. So just know that there's going to be some beads that you may not be able to use on it, but it's still a beautiful chain, and we'll use it. Don't you worry. I said that we are going to do one more, so I think we'll use it on that last one. So let's just get these on, and I'm just trying to like scatter the colors a little bit. Not in any particular order or anything, but just, you know, kind of just scatter them. Because there's so many beautiful colors, and I kind of want all of them to be able to be seen. And they just look so pretty together. Like you could pretty much just take them off that strand and just re-string it, and they're like perfect. Our little gold wash check glass fish is just adorable. He's so cute. All right, to cut down on some of the time here, because I know I've been taking a little bit longer, I'm going to go ahead and pause this one right here, and then I'll be back. Okay guys, I am getting close to finishing this one up, so let's go ahead and string some more together and we can chit chat. I've decided what I'm going to start doing too, because I end up with so much jewelry. If I see something that I think that people would really like these ankle bracelets, for example, if I have any left after I give some out as gifts, then I will put them on my Etsy shop, and if you're interested, they'll be over there for you. If you're wanting to buy one, you absolutely can. Don't feel pressure like you have to, because you don't, but I figured it would just be, you know, better than just sitting here collecting dust, right? I mean, I do give a lot of stuff away, you guys. I've just been doing this for quite a while now, and making things and videos of things, and so believe me, even all the lots I've been selling, that's not including like the stuff that I have donated and given away as gifts. I actually do donate quite a bit of things, not even just sometimes physically made jewelry, but I plan on a couple times a year donating my time and supplies to different organizations. You guys know I did one at Karma Cat earlier this winter. I'm doing another one this fall. And so believe me, I do donate a lot of my time energy and supplies that I have. All right, so this one, oh, you guys, we stopped, I think, pretty much spot on. Maybe just one more. Let's just do one more, and let's try to do one of these little dark ones here because they're really pretty. All right, so there we go. We got all those. Still have a ton of these left, an absolute ton. And now let's go ahead and hold this side here, and let's put on our crimp and our clasp. I am choosing smaller clasps because on your ankle, sometimes the bigger ones can be just way too bulky and weigh down your piece. And I feel like it just gives even more of a way for it to get like caught up on something. So I try to just keep with the smaller clasps on your ankle. And usually it's not so bad putting an ankle bracelet on yourself. So hopefully it's, you know, it's not as bad. All right, so there we go. We have a nice little crimp. I know that this will not fit through those twice, so we're going to snip off our tail as close to that crimp as we can get it. With these, you guys, these are great. Got these on Amazon, and they are fantastic. Thank you to Mary Ann for the Amazon gift card, which allowed me to get some new cutters that I so desperately needed. All right, so we have that part done. And now let's come over to this other side, and we're going to need our jump ring. But first, I'm just going to make sure that my jump ring is closed all the way, and it's not. So we're just going to give it a little help there. And now it's good. All right, so here's our little crimp. And remember, we are putting a little extender chain on this one. All right, now we're just going to pull that straight down. And we're just going to make sure our loop sizes are approximately the same on both ends. It just gives it a nice little finished look. And then we can come in here and crimp this little guy down. You guys, I am getting so much better at these crimps. It makes me so happy. I've been struggling to use this for some time, and I've been forcing myself to use it. And if I'm really that dissatisfied with my crimp, then I am just putting a crimp cover on it. And that way it'll force me to keep using it. I still love my original crimpers. Like, I will always use my traditional crimpers. But especially when I'm using soft flex wire, like, I know that it fits so nice, and it just gives it such a nice finish. All right, so now that we have that, we're going to cut about 1 inch of our extender chain. And this is just like your run-of-the-mill gold curb chain. This came from the bargain bead box for May, which is really nice. So they always include some kind of chain. It's like a little something or other on the end there. All right, so let's measure out 1 inch of this. Oh, this is one of the ones where, like, you have to cut off like 2 of them because there's 2 that are welded together. Okay, that's all right. I don't mind doing that. There we go. All right. Just don't want that little pokey piece hanging off there. That was going to bother me. And then we just need about 1 inch of that. This poor thing has seen its better days. So right about here. And we're going to cut this side because the other side is not welded. So let's cut here. Oh, there we go. Woo. All right. Now we have that. Next I need a gold head pin. I would like a ball head pin. And I think I want a smaller jump ring for that little guy. So let me grab that. just a tinier one. And then we can lose that big one. Get rid of that one. All right. All right, so first things first, let's put our little fishy on here. Oh, so cute. And we're gonna put just a little, like a little blue bubble behind him. Just make it easier to do that loop. That's cute. And it's gonna hang from our little clasp, our little extender chain, because that'll be adorable. So let's go ahead and do that. Whoop. There we go. And this little guy. You're gonna put him right here. Oh, let's do it between these two little beads. That's about perfect. Just gives that little, oh, you know what? Let's put it towards the middle. Let's go right here with it. That'll be pretty. There we go. Cute. Oh, that's adorable, you guys. Look, that's so cute. All right, and then let's hang this little guy off of here. This is going to be a longer video for you guys, but whenever I'm doing multiple things, it tends to be a little bit longer. But just think, you can just sit here and look up and bead along with me, and we can just visit like two old friends or many old friends. So here is our little beachy one. Look at those colors. Those colors are beautiful. And here's our cute little dangle. Whoop. This cute little fish. So cute. All right, so 3 down. We have 2 more to go, and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, next we're going to do our little tulip one. I think this one's going to be really cute, and we'll probably use most of our tulip beads. But if not, then we'll probably have one left over for something else to put back in our box. And with this one, we're going to try this knotting cord. But again, don't get excited. I'm not knotting. We're stringing, and we're just using this as our stringing material. I want to see if I'm able to get that through some of these. I don't know if I'm going to be able to or not. I have never used this stuff before, so we will see. So I'm just going to test it. I don't think it'll fit with most of these. I think the bigger ones, yes. No, maybe not. You guys, we might not be able to use this nylon cord. All right, that's okay. We're going to grab something else. I am going to get, I have white. So we're going to use this. I will do something with this eventually, guys. I think I just need larger whole beads to do something with it. So it'll be easier for me, and maybe I'll even learn how to knot. This is kind of stiff. So we're just going to save this one, okay? I really want to use it, but we're going to save it. All right, so now I have the white, and this is a Soft Flex white quartz color. And I thought this would be good with this as a good substitute. So we're going to use that. And we're going to cut some of this off, measure it, cut it off. And we have our clasp and everything that we need. Probably just need a little jump ring for this one. And I do have some chain in case we need that too. So let's go ahead and cut off our 11 to 12 inches, what we've been cutting off. And we can make this one. So we're going to cut off right about here. Oh, how'd I get that all tangled up on my cord? Things might shake a second, guys. Sorry. All right. Okay, so we have this, and I think we're going to start with our flowers. So I'm going to put this guy on like this. And I'm thinking about maybe having all my flowers face the same direction. That's what I'm thinking. And just to kind of like divide it up, I thought we'd put the rose quartz right by the green, and then put a little green bicone here, and then do the pink flower again. I think this is going to look really sweet. And look, we can even just go ahead and do this number just so we don't lose anything. All right. Had to make sure I was rolling, guys. I need to clean up my phone because my storage is like, I have quite a bit of storage, but I didn't go for the highest amount, which I probably should have, but I was being kind of a cheapskate, so I didn't really want to do that. It's a little bit more expensive, but you know what? It'd probably be worth it instead of me having to go through and clean up my phone every so often. Or I could just purchase more space. I mean, everything I have is backed up to the cloud anyway, so I don't know why I just don't delete it. If I need to get it, I can still get it. Oh, this one is actually going to be really cute. I'm kind of mad at myself for not using these beads before. Look at how cute they are. I guess maybe when I was looking at them, I'm like, oh, they're cute, but I don't know. Like, I don't know how I'd want to use them in a design. But here they are as like a little ankle bracelet. And this is going to be just darling. Oh, I like this already. This one I might be keeping, you guys, because it's really, really sweet. Oh, that's just really sweet. I love it. I already absolutely love it. It's going to look just so fresh and gardeny. And you guys, I still have like quite a bit of beads left in this collection. There's so many, you know, like all of these collections are fantastic. They're all just so wonderful in their own ways. They all have their own like little things that they do that just make it so much more special. And I love a subscription. Don't get me wrong, there's times where I get one and I'm like, oh, what am I supposed to do with this? I don't know what to do with all this. That's a challenge, you guys. That is what I call a challenge. And I also have been, if I'm not loving every single color in it, I'm trying to bring other colors in from my stash or maybe even previous boxes. And I've seen a lot of you guys do it too. I've seen people say, well, I put April showers with May flowers and look at what I got. And you guys, it's genius. Like, I am so glad to see people reaching, you know, expanding their creativity in those ways. Instead of just like looking at a box saying, I don't like this color and then giving up on it, you know, change it. Make it something that you love, you know? Absolutely can. There's nothing against that. All right, so we're going to check our length here. Oh yeah, this is actually really darling, you guys. I'm so excited about this. It's really sweet. A little bulkier than probably what I'd normally wear for an ankle bracelet, but you know what? It's cute. And it would definitely have people talking. And look, there's room for one more of those, that last flower. It'll definitely have people talking and saying, oh my gosh, that is so cute. Like, I just know it. All right, so we definitely had room for all of our flowers, which is fantastic. And then we're going to end this one with a crystal quartz. And then we're going to end this side with a bicone. Oh, that's adorable. See how cute that is? It even looks like kind of like a little wreath. All right, we need a couple crimp tubes. I have more crimp tubes coming today. Thank goodness. I sat down a couple days ago and I placed some orders for some supplies because I'm running low. All right, so we'll put our crimp on, put our clasp on. And I did go with a little bit larger of a clasp with this one since we're dealing with a little bit larger beads. And then let's do our loop and our crimp. Make that loop a little bit smaller. There we go. And I think our flower is going to hang on the bottom of our little chain. I really like doing that. I really like hanging something cute like a charm or a bead off the bottom of the chain. Or maybe I will add it to the end here and do it that way instead and hang like a little bead off the bottom of the chain. Either way, it's going to be cute. Either way, it's going to be just adorable. We used every single last one of those little tulips, you guys. And it seriously looks really cute. I want to know. I want you to tell me that that does not look cute. Because I'm going to say you are wrong. It's really cute. Now, it may not be your taste, which is fine. But you can't tell me it's not cute. All right. There's a difference between saying something's cute and saying something's not your taste. There's a lot of things I see on a daily basis that I think is cute and adorable, but it may not be my taste, but I still think it's cute and adorable. All right. Okay, we got our little crimp done. You can snip this off. Oh yeah, I like this. So this is what it'll look like. And now let's go ahead and get just 1 inch of this chain. That's all we need. Just one little bitty inch. So we're going to cut right here. And just pull that little guy off. I think we'll put on one of the little rose quartz beads at the end of our chain. And then I'm going to grab a little jump ring for that one. We need this little baby one. There we go. Put this little rose quartz on here. Cute, cute, cute. And we still need to do our one with Coriana chain, and then we are complete, you guys, because this is number 4 and we're doing a surprise number 5. Okay. There's that. Let's undo this. Whoop. Come on, hands, you can do it. All right. Let's open up our jump ring. Slide him right on there. Oh yeah, this is so cute. And now let's just see where we want to put our little charm. I kind of feel like the charm could be at the end of our little cute bracelet here. So I'm thinking about putting him right. See, that would be, I think that might be too close. Oh no, you guys, look, I made a mistake. All right, guess what? This one is for me. I'm not about to restring it at this moment, but look, there it is. Oh, I'm so mad. Okay, maybe we should put it right here, and then we could say, oh no, that's part of the design. What are you talking about? That's not a mistake. I did that on purpose. It's part of the design. Don't you know? I was doing so well, you guys, and then all of a sudden I just looked down and I'm like, oh, are you kidding me? And you know what? You guys probably noticed it so much quicker than I did, which, you know what? Like I said, we did it on purpose. It's part of the design. It's just simply part of the design. And I'm not mad about it. Oh, that's cute. Yes. Okay. So my imperfect tulip ankle bracelet. Here you go, guys. There it is. All right. I'm going to clean this up. And then we are going to pull out number 5. I'll be right back. Okay, for our final one, we do have our Coriana chain, which if I remember, I told you I had 13 inches here that was just off by itself. I have a jump ring. I'll need more jump rings, some smaller ones. And I have a couple clamshells. I'll grab 2 of our crimp tubes in a second. But we are using beads to live by. So we have some seed beads and such. So I'm just going to go in here and I'm just taking a look to see what we have, because we have some really, really pretty, like, look at these. These are like a Picasso. We have those. We have some 6-0 seed beads too in this really pretty, like, sunny yellow color, which we haven't done anything with like a yellow. So we have those. Oh, and these are probably way too little. I do have some yummy fire polish. Look, I have some of these. That would be really pretty with it. Let me take a peek here. I also have some stuff that I bought on my own without being in a box from Beads to Live By. We have some cute little flowers. We have some 2-hole beads, which I'm not going to be using any 2-hole beads because it'd be weird with with this. But we do have these really cute flowers. We have some really pretty little purple bell flowers, which would look really pretty with that. Although I don't think I'd want to use the 6-0s at that point. Oh, actually, you guys, we have some petals. Look at those pretty petals. And maybe we will use some little flowers. Let's do a Picasso finish and a one of those. And then let me just see. I want to test this out on, I think it'll fit, but I don't know for sure. Oh yeah, no problem. So we do have this really pretty green. I don't think I want to use these 6-0, but I think, let me see, I do have, those are too small. Oh, I do have these like really bright yellow 8-0 sea beads. Those would work. So we have some yellow, pink, and green. Just another really pretty spring floral. And some little leaves, check glass leaves to put by our, or they're not really leaves, they're just little drops, but we're going to be using those by our flowers. So let's just pull these off. Now these came from the May curated collection. The rest of these are stuff that I got from different events and such, but they still came from Beads to Live By. So yeah, Beads to Live By is fantastic. All right, and I'll have all that information in the description as well, the website and everything. The subscription for them, if you haven't seen any of my videos for Beads to Live By, they don't do a monthly subscription. They do a quarterly subscription, and you need to sign up each quarter if that's something that you wish that you would like to do. So knowing that, the next one is at the end of June is when you can sign up and take part of the curated collection. So make sure that if you're something you're interested in all these beautiful Czech glass beads that she gets like from the Czech Republic. She goes every year to the Czech Republic and goes through beads and collects what she wants. And I think that's so amazing. I would love to go to the Czech Republic every year. I would absolutely love that. So we're just going to do like a little bit of a flower, little Czech glass flower garden here. Again, very spring, very summer, very pretty. Our little mix of green, pink, and yellow, giving us a bright yellow, a muted pink, and a muted green. That way we have that one color that is popping right out of there. So, and this is what it's going to look like. And these, I'm not putting them on in any kind of way. They're just going to flip and flop. One side has like a full-on copper, and the other side is clear with like a little, you can see the copper in between. But I'm just putting them on however they fall and however the leaves may feel like flipping and flopping. Uh-oh. It might be just a little bit of a snag here. I'm just going to gently take my pliers and just kind of push that down.
So am I meeting your mom, or do you have keys to the...
All right, sorry about the little interruption, guys. Shane's taking the dogs back to my mom's, so I'm going to be finishing up this video, and then we're going to go hang out with some family and have a little cookout. And then, yeah, you'll probably see me later tonight. All right, so there's that. And then let's do 3 on this side. And Woody's mad because he didn't get to go. He had to stay here with Mom. And I'm not nearly as fun, I'm telling you. You guys have no idea. If you think I'm fun, you're wrong. You're wrong, I am not fun. He's so exasperated. He's sitting behind me and he sighed. Mom, I have to stay with Mom. He's going to be even more upset when we leave to go visit with family. We don't take him with us anymore. He's gotten kind of a little bit unpredictable around little kids, and I just don't want to take my chances. He's getting older, you know, and he gets a little grumpy sometimes. I mean, he's good around like kids like, I don't know, 7 or 8 and up, you know. But littles, he's not great around. So like toddlers and stuff, we usually have to pen him if we have somebody coming over with a toddler or put him outside. You know, and obviously in the winter, we don't do a lot of social gatherings, and we usually just put him in our room during like a Christmas get together or something, and just, you know, bring him out on a leash and, you know, take him outside to go potty and everything. But he has all the stuff he needs. He's got, you know, our bed, and because he doesn't sleep in his own bed. The cats have taken over his bed. He doesn't care about it. He'd rather sleep on our bed. All right, so now that we got our flowers on with our little flower petals, let's go ahead and put on these really pretty green fire polish beads, alternating with some of our really nice bright yellow seed beads. We'll do 3 of each, like so. I did snip off a little bit because I think this one piece might have had like a little chunk that was just getting hung up on some of the beads, and so I'm like, you know what, I know I'm going to snip some of this off anyway, so I just took off a little bit. And I don't think we're going to go much further because part of this is having the chain exposed, so it's really nice to see the chain exposed on it. So let's go ahead and we will do our last little spot here. 3 of these really pretty green fire polish. They are beautiful. All right, and now let's just measure this so we can see everything that we have. And I know that, like I said, I'm going to be cutting off some of this chain because we really only need it to be 9 inches, and I will still do a small extender on it. So we are going to actually cut it right here, and we'll still have some chain exposed. All right, I am going to save those little scraps because you never know, could come in handy for something. All right, so now this is going to have the ability to slide around, expose more of the chain, and it's just really cute like that, so we are good with that. For this, I am using some little number 2 crimp beads because we don't actually do like a traditional crimp on this. I'll show you what we do. So I want to make sure this isn't going to slide off. Where's my little guy here? All right, we're going to put our clamshell on. Just slide that right on top of your wire here, or your chain. And then we're going to put our crimp bead on. And we're going to just scoot that crimp bead up just a little bit towards the end of the chain. Still leave just a teeny bit of chain poking out through your pliers. And we're just going to give it a good squish. Just flatten it down. Pull on it, make sure it's good. Slide that clamshell up there. And close it up slowly with your hands, and then you can give it another good little squeeze up at the top, and then you have your ending on there. Do the same thing on this end. We'll put our clamshell on, our little crimp bead. Let's scoot that up. Give it a couple good squeezes. And then we can slide our clamshell right up. Give it a close. And there we go. Now we can attach all of our little clasps. And we will put on, like I said, one little extender chain here. Oh, this is going to be cute. I like how it's going to just slide around. All right, so I need one little guy here for our lobster. And we will still put like a little dangle on the end of our little chain that we're going to use. Let's put that here. Put our lobster clasp on. And then we can put our regular, see, there's just a couple spots where it kind of gets hung up. But that could be more like the bead size and stuff too. I mean, you can bore out your beads a little bit more if you wanted to, or just choose beads that are going to fit the crayon chain better. I do run into a problem with, like I said, some gemstones, some of the smaller fire polish, but not all. So, I mean, it's worth a test. But I believe what I'm using is my less of the 0.8, and I bought 0.5. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it works out, guys. All right. So now we just need one little tiny inch of our chain. So cut right here. Come on. There it goes. All right, and then I need one little gold head pin for our cute little dangle at the end. And we're just gonna dangle a one of these really pretty little yellow seed beads and our little fire polish bead, just a little tiny dangle. Let's do one more seed bead, like that. Grab our round nose pliers. And let's attach it to the end. I got a little wild with my loop there, kind of bent it. Just trying to fix that. And make sure that's not poking out. There we go. And then we can attach it to our jump ring. And here's our cute little check glass, kind of done in like the little boho style with the little boho flowers. Really cute and dainty. You got a couple big beads, but you got mostly little beads and on a very delicate chain with your very small little drop. There you go, guys. All right, so we have 5 that we made. So here's one. This was Beads to Live By products, Bead Box Bargains, or Bargain Bead Box, Bargain Bead Box, Potomac Beads, Sam's Spa Day, and Jesse James Beads Sweets Shop. Very cute. All right, I'm gonna try these on, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm doing this in my living room because it might be a little better, but here's the one side. Then I just turn it around, and here's the other side. But that's the purple one. I think it turned out really pretty. Hold on for the next one. Okay, sorry about the shakiness. Here's the sweet little cherry one. This turned out really cute too. And it just has the little white little parts all the way around it. Okay, here's the one I did on the Koreana chain. So as you can see, the beads can move pretty freely. This one turned out really, really cute too. I really like this one a lot. So there's that one. We have 2 left. Okay, here's our sweet little tulip one, you guys. You ready for this? It looked really cute. Look how adorable that is. And then take it to my mistake, and it's like, wah, wah. One left, guys. All right, here's our last one, our little beachy one with our little shell. Very petite, very pretty. Here's our little dangle with our little fish. Really, really cute. This one turned out really cute too, you guys. Well, I hope you like this, and I hope it gave you some inspiration for ankle bracelets. I hope you enjoy it. Please share it with friends if it's something you think somebody else would love too. All right, guys, I'll talk to you soon. Sending you all my love. Bye.